Welcome to the Jim Florentine Comedy Metal Midgets podcast on riotcast.com. This podcast this week is going to be Ray Rice, Roger Goodell. I waited a few days to do this because I wanted to see every hour there was some different shit going on. But it's late Sunday night, and the bottom line is Roger Goodell is going nowhere. He's not going to lose his job. They successfully just handed it off to an independent investigator to find out what really happened. So now the heat is off him because they're working hard to find out if he saw that tape, who saw the tape at the NFL offices, all of that stuff. So what will happen is they will release this, probably around maybe Christmas Eve, maybe December 23rd. Or maybe New Year's Eve afternoon. Probably like a Saturday morning is a good time because it's a slow news cycle. When everybody's focused on something else, Christmas shopping, Christmas Eve, traveling, or New Year's Eve, everybody getting ready for New Year's Eve, or just on a Saturday. And then it'll be like, yep, we fired the woman that got the tape that didn't give it to us, and one other guy that knew she saw the tape but didn't say anything. Okay, great. Those two people we gone, that's it. We cleaned it up, and we're going to make sure that stuff doesn't happen again. Sure. That's it. And Roger Goodell will skate off into the sunset like he didn't do anything. Do you really think this independent investigator is going to get out of Roger Goodell, who doesn't go on the oath? There's no subpoenas in this. Even if he was on the oath, he would lie. Do you really think he's going to go, yeah, you know what? I did see that tape. I lied to everybody. I lied to the owners, everybody. Yes, I saw the tape. Okay, I'm gonna step down. I'm gonna resign. Never gonna happen in a million years. He'll never admit it, whether he saw the tape or not. He knew what was going on. This whole thing, he's such a liar. I've been calling this guy out for years, and I think I've been doing my podcast for 3 years, and I think the second one I did was about what a scumbag this guy is. And now everybody's starting to see it slowly, going, holy shit, what is wrong with this guy? He's a former lawyer, so he just talks in lawyer terms and just uses words. Well, Ray Rice was ambiguous when I had him in a room about what happened in that elevator. Okay, you had the police report right in front of you. You probably saw the tape what happened, but the police report said that Ray Rice knocked his fiance out unconscious in the elevator, and you saw the tape of him dragging her out. So what do you think happened in there? She accidentally slipped? Even if you didn't see the tape, which you did, most likely, you had the police report right in front of you. Everything was spelled out in it. And then Ray Rice, in that meeting with him, and he brings his fiance, now wife, along with the Baltimore the Ravens owner, also the GM and like two other people, NFL security people. So like there's 6 people in the room. And 4 sources in that room out of the 6 say that Ray Rice was 100% honest with Roger Goodell what happened in that elevator, that meeting. 100%. Didn't say, no, she just slipped and hit her head. None of that stuff. And he gave him 2-game suspension. This is all. If he would have just gave Ray Rice 6 games or 8 games right off the bat, this wouldn't be an issue. Even if that tape came out, like, holy shit, that's fucking awful. Good, he's suspended. He's going to miss half the year, and nobody would have batted an eye. They would have talked about the tape, how brutal it was, and Goodell could have came out and go, yep, I gave him 8 games. He's missing a half a season and half his paycheck, whatever that is. And there never would have been a problem. That's why he's in this situation in a nutshell. He gave him 2 games. There's a theory behind it, which sounds plausible, that the Indianapolis Colts owner, Ray, or whatever the hell his name is, he got in trouble with drugs. I don't know, he was under the influence of pills and a DWI, and he had all his cash, $28,000 of cash in a brown bag in his car, and he was going to get disciplined too. And just so he didn't look like he was favoring the owners, which, he works for the owners. The owners are his boss. If he gives Ray Rice 2 games on beating up his wife, Then 3 weeks later, the sentence is coming for one of the owners that he works for. He gives him 6 games for driving around drunk and a high on pills. So he looks like a good guy. Yeah, see, I'm not taking it. I'm tough on the owners, just like the players. I like that theory. I think there's something behind it. Because there's no way he should have got 2-game suspension. That's the problem. And he even admitted later, I made a mistake, and now it's 6 games. He knew what he did. First of all, you're not supposed to have the woman that got beat in the room pleading her case. Everybody knows that. How did he not research that first? Because they're going to lie about their spouse, of course, change their story, just protect them because, the guy convinced her, look, we're not going to have a life anymore. You want all this nice stuff, whatever it is. If you, tell them the truth, then we're going to have, my career is going to be over and we're going to be living in poverty, all this bullshit, whatever it lies they believe. Anyone's get, a victim of domestic abuse. Most of the time they change their story and they protect the guy that beat him up. So he has her in there and she pleads her case like it was my fault. It was my fault. It doesn't matter what you did. His fiance did that night. No way he should have decked. I don't care what he did. Whatever she did, you don't punch her. Even if she was making out with another dude while he went to the bathroom and came out and saw that, you don't punch. Nothing. Nothing is worth it. He spit on her in the elevator. You could see that. Supposedly he spit on her before in the hallway to the elevator. And then he has her in there pleading her case. No, he's a good guy, all this other stuff. Wrong move. You'd said exactly what happened. There was nothing ambiguous about what Ray Rice said. You're a liar. You got caught. But nothing's going to happen to him. Unfortunately, nothing. You heard from NOW, National Organization for Women, started making a little noise. They got no juice. They got no power. I lost respect for that organization in the 90s. It started in the 90s. First of all, they went after Andrew Dice Clay because he was telling dirty nursery rhymes. And then he had a movie, Adventures of Ford Fairlane, in a movie theater. The first week it went to #1 at the box office. And women started protesting these organizations outside the movie theaters and all this stuff, and they yanked it out. The second week, it was only in 10 theaters, and then it was gone by the third week. A #1 movie, because National Organization for Women and other women's groups thought that he was disgusting and offensive and a pig. Well, look, he was a white male. He was easy to go after. Eddie Murphy was just as dirty, but they didn't touch him. But they went after Andrew Dice Clay, who told dirty nursery rhymes and did jokes like, yeah, so I had my tongue in this chick's ass. Yeah, and then and everybody on the line at the bank was looking at me. I forget how exactly it goes. So this is the joke. He's got his tongue in this girl's ass online at the bank. Do you really think that happened? Does the National Organization for Women really think that he did that? Does anyone really believe that, or is that just silly and funny and outrageous, and there's no way to... Don't you think he probably would have been up on charges? Somebody would have called the cops. There was bank security. They all got cameras. Don't you think that would have been on film, on camera? There'd be film of that. Don't you think somebody would have been appalled if he did that? I really don't think he did. But that's what they went after. And then, the whole Bill Clinton thing, having sex with an intern, a 20-year-old or 21 at the time, in the White House. That was it Paula Jones? I forget the chick's name. The woman in the elevator where he basically fucking sexually assaulted her. She ran out of the elevator, all that stuff. All of these charges, all these women coming out of woodwork. He did this to me, grabbed me, this, that, all that. They didn't touch him. That's when I lost respect for you guys. Because now all of a sudden, all the women that voted for him will go, well, hey, because he was he was Democrat, and he was good looking. And he had charm. And when all that shit was going down, all the women in the country that voted for him go, well, hey, whatever he does in his private bedroom, with his wife, that's none of my business. Oh, real? Wow, that's weird. So a guy's cheating on his wife, taking advantage of a 20-year-old intern. in the White House, sexually assaulting women in an elevator, doing all this stuff. All these reports coming out of shit that he's doing to women, but you just all look the other way. It's not my, whatever he does, that's Hillary's problem. I don't judge. It's funny. The guy that lives next door that tries to bang a chick that's married, you know what I mean? She finds out that he banged some girl at work. He's the biggest asshole. The husband can't hang out with him anymore. You can't even go over there. You can't go out with that guy anymore because he can't be trusted. He's the biggest piece of shit. How could he do that to his wife? He's got kids at home. All of that stuff, right? Remember all those raps? Remember the guy that your wife knew that cheated on his wife? Did they go, hey, whatever happens in that bedroom is okay with me? Or did they have a problem with you ever hang out with? You think your wife would let you go to Vegas with that guy for a weekend and go crazy? Or even go out to a club or a strip club? Forget it, that guy's a piece of shit. But they all look the other way. And then the rap lyrics, all the misogynist lyrics, calling women bitches and hoes, they never went after them either. Because, look, look at it. There's no way they could have. They just look like bitter, middle-aged white women that are racist against black people. So they left that alone too. That's why you got no juice. You afraid to make a move on any of them. And look, the rap guys, I get it, because even the black guys won't go after that. Bill Cosby tried to call out the black community, and everybody turned on him, said he was an Uncle Tom, and what does he know when he's old and all that shit. Even the black community turned on him. And then, look at Sharpton and Jesse Jackson don't go after it either. They're afraid. They can't touch that. So I don't blame now for not going after that. But don't come out now and go, Roger Goodell should step down. Okay, so that's what a lot of people are saying. But do something about it. But you know what? In a nutshell, they can't do anything either, because this is what happens. The NFL is so powerful. They make so much money. Every Sunday night football game on NBC is the highest rated program of the week. So there's like 19, 20 million, whatever it is, watching Sunday Night Football. That demographic is guys from the age of, 20 to 60. Women too, but mostly guys. Guys from, 35 to 60 have money. Most of them. Big advertising dollars. When the new Apple fucking phone comes out or whatever the shit is, flat screen TV, this and that, that demographic has money to buy that shit. That's very important. So if Now goes after one of the advertisers, had to go after Coca-Cola, go, look, you better, the NFL is all about domestic abuse and they're beating up their wives and you better pull your advertising. What is Coca-Cola going to do? Go, no, we need this. I need this demographic. If I want to advertise and spend money and hit the market I need to hit, I have to advertise on Sunday night during the NFL football games, the Monday night games, whatever they are, to get huge ratings. What are they going to go? Okay, we're going to pull our advertising from the NFL. We don't agree with you anymore. So instead, we're going to put it on Dancing with the Stars that comes in second every week, which 98% of women watch and 2% of guys. So now you're not reaching that demographic anymore. You want to reach the most people with the highest rated show, and you can't do it in a nutshell. That's the problem. So what the NFL do, like I always say, the NFL is the mob. They're getting busted left and right for doing mob shit. They're trying to cover up everything. But this is what happens. Say Now convinces Coca-Cola to take away their sponsorships and their advertising from the NFL to try to protest what's going on. So what happens? Mob NFL goes, okay, fine, Coca-Cola. All right, we'll remember this. Next time the contract's up in every stadium that there's Coke in, fucking Pepsi's there. We'll take your Coca-Cola signs down when you got to sign them to the end of the year. You got one hanging at MetLife Stadium. All right, no problem. Next year, Pepsi. Hey, Pepsi, you want this for half price? Perfect. Put it right over to Coca-Cola. Coke will never be in another stadium after that. They'll never let them advertise. They'll always remember that. 3 years down the line, when, everybody's forgotten about this scandal, whatever, Coke wants back in the NFL. Sorry, we got other people. Coke wants to put a big Super Bowl halftime show. Commercial, Super Bowl, commercial, which sell out like a year in advance. Well, sorry. We got, there's 15 other advertisers that are trying to get in that couldn't get in. Coke's trying to get in. Hey, we got $3.5 million for our 30-second commercial. Will you take it? Nope, sorry, we're all booked. Goodbye. That's why no advertiser going to do anything. The NFL's too powerful, and if they do, they know they're fucked, and they'll never get back in. They'll completely ban them. That's the way the NFL works. So nothing's going to happen. No, you don't see any advertisers anywhere doing anything. No one's ever. I think Pepsi came out and go, we're monitoring the everything closely. Wow, yeah, okay, keep monitoring it. Yeah, I don't know what more do you need? There's two guys. You know, one guy you got videotape him knocking his chick out in the elevator. Another guy's friggin' Greg Hardy on the Panthers. Fucking, we know that story. Beat the shit out of his girlfriend, threw in a bed full of loaded machine guns. Beat the crap out of her. Luckily, there was somebody there at the apartment to call the cops. You got another guy in San Francisco, McDaniel, whatever the fuck his name is, beat his pregnant girlfriend. But, you know, then Adrian Peterson, that comes out. He beats his 4-year-old. He's got fucking, you know, open wounds all over him. But you're still monitoring that situation. All right, let me know how that works. When do you make a comment about all of the stuff? Well, we need that new Pepsi commercial we just shot. We need that on that Sunday night game, so we're not fucking making any waves. Nobody's going to make any waves. Everybody knows you're completely cut out if you fuck the NFL over. You're done. They'll always remember that. That's why Goodell's not going down, because if someone in that NFL office knows that he did that, the owners love this guy, okay? The guy's made him, since he came in office in 2007, the franchises have gone up in like 50% in value, okay? This guy's put an unbelievable amount of money in the NFL owners' pockets. The 32 teams, the rich businessmen that own that, that's all they care about is money. That's the bottom line. That's how they got to the top. They fuck everybody over pretty much. They got there where they got to get. Oh, look at the NFL owners. The Browns guy was fucking stealing money from another company that he had. He had to pay all this money back. Jerry Jones is taking pictures with fucking strippers, and they're saying they got assaulted. You know what? That night, the Colts owner gets pulled over with fucking drugs and booze, and he's hammered behind the wheel. Look at all the shit. They're all fucking shady. They're the same as the players. They're all doing the same shit the players are doing, pretty much. But this guy has made them so much money, they're not going to let them. They don't know. This guy, I mean, when you strong-arm everybody, and they're like, holy shit, this guy means... Roger Goodell just has a meeting with him and goes, don't worry, you want the NFL Network on all the cable channels? You know what? We're actually going to charge them $3 every person that has cable to get our channel. And the owners are like, what? You can't do that. He goes, no, watch. Really? You think you could pull it off? He goes, absolutely. That's the guy you want. That's what the owners want. We're going to get $3 from everybody that has cable in the country. Even the 80-year-old woman that doesn't watch the NFL. We're going to get her money. We're going to get $36 a year. $3 times 12 months? Really? From people that don't even watch football? Holy shit. If you could pull us off. You know what he did? He pulled it off. You want our shitty channel? You give us $3. And that's why the NFL Network is still only on in like 80% of homes or 75%. Because all that shit, every cable company goes, hey, we got a channel, we want $3. And the cable company goes, no, we're not charged. We're not making our bill go up another $3. What about the people that don't want to watch the NFL? They're up too bad. Too bad. And that's why it took so long for the NFL Network to be on all the TVs. And it's still not. They're still holding out. He held down and went out for 10 years. Then they started putting in games on the NFL Network. And Roger Goodell walking around. The fans want these NFL games. They want more games. We did it for the fans. Really? You did it for the fans? So you put them on there, and then the fans couldn't watch them because you were holding out and told people you got to pay $3. That's cool. That's good business. You really care about the fans. Imagine all of the football fans if all of a sudden there was another Hallmark channel or Lifetime channel, and that Lifetime went to all the cable companies and goes, all right, look, we need to charge. Everybody's bill is going to go up $3 a month for this new Lifetime channel. And the cable company's like, yeah, but this, you know, who's going to watch this besides women? Well, sorry. And then all of a sudden you wonder why your bill came in the mail. It's $3 more, and you call up and they go, well, there's a new Lifetime channel, and we have to charge everybody $3 a month for this channel because everybody has to have it. And you're like, guy's like, I never watched Lifetime once. There's another. I don't want this. I don't want my bill to go up. Fuck that. I don't want that show. Sorry. That's a deal we made. So that's the guy that's making these 32 teams money. just, fucking telling the Miami Dolphins when they, the last Super Bowl that was in their stadium, I think it was the Colts and Bears maybe, it started raining in Miami in January, and all of Roger Goodell's buddies, his rich buddies, got a little wet, their little fucking stupid suits they were wearing. Didn't give a shit about their game. Eating their caviar. Maybe a little raindrop got on their caviar because they were fucking sitting in the stands. And he goes, look, if you guys don't put some kind of thing over the crowd for the weather, then we can't have Super Bowls here anymore. Because the conditions, we need the conditions to be perfect for people. They're spending a lot of money on tickets. Miami hasn't had a Super Bowl since 2007 or 8 or whatever. I think it was 7. Yeah, 2007. Hasn't had a Super Bowl. They would be there every 3-4 years. Perfect place to have it. Okay, so fine. So, the weather conditions, that's what he said. Look, we need, good weather conditions, all the shit, right? So what happens 2 years later? The new Giants and Jets Stadium, they cough up unbelievable money. Yeah, we're going to have our first outdoor cold weather Super Bowl. Oh, okay. So what about Miami? Remember you said because of the rain? It was 84 degrees and drizzling. But they have to fix their stadium. But all of a sudden, hey, we got a new stadium in New Jersey. We'll give you fucking twice as much to have the event here. We'll take it. Miami still hasn't had a Super Bowl. They still got to renovate that stadium. That's the guy they have work. Because now he goes to the NFL owner. He goes, look, New Jersey just offered me, let's say they get, I don't know, $300 million from Miami to have the Super Bowl there. And that goes in the 32 owners' pockets, whatever, right? So now New Jersey goes, what's it, 300? How about we give you $750 million and you have it outdoors? So he goes to the owners, hey, now it's $750 million. We could split that 32 ways. You guys in? Absolutely. Well, what if there's a blizzard? Fuck them. Fuck them all. Who cares? We got $750 million compared to 3. Now we're gonna fuck everybody. That's our new price. That's what this guy's doing. So why would the owners want him gone? They don't know what's next owner is going to be. Maybe the guy's going to have, some morals. Maybe the guy's going to go, dude, that's not right. We can't do that to the cable companies. We can't do that to this. We can't do that to, the city of Miami for Super Bowls. We can't hold these fucking cities hostage and say we're going to move the team unless you get them a new stadium. You know what? That's not right. The stadium that's there is fine. Let's leave it alone. Don't we have enough money? The owners don't want that guy. They're afraid of that guy. That's why he's not going anywhere. That's why every owner, we're 100% behind Roger Goodell. Really? I wonder why. They hired this independent investigator to invest. Roger Goodell hires this guy to investigate him in the NFL office. So he picked the guy. How convenient. I might be in a little trouble. Let me pick a guy that has NFL ties, which is his offices, his law offices, whatever, have NFL ties, represent a couple teams, did a couple NFL cases, knows the league in Washington, lives in Washington. The offices are out of there. We're going to hire him. Doesn't sound too shady. And then his two best friends as owners, the Mara from the Giants and Rooney from the Steelers, are going to oversee the independent investigation. So his two best friends in the league are going to oversee this. I wonder what's going to happen. You realize how fucking insane that is? And that's how they just passed the buck and it's slowly, no one's talking about this anymore, the domestic violence, right? It's pretty much gone. And in 4 months, like I said later, think about this. So Rooney and Mara, those two owners, their franchises are worth like, I don't know, say 400 to 500 million more in the last 7-8 years since this guy took office. He's made that much money, this TV money that's coming in. Every NFL team makes $150 million each, just in the TV deals alone. Just in not even the concessions, the ticket sales at the stadium, the NFL merchandise, all that other shit, right? All the parking they get. 150 in their pockets because of this guy, go, nope, we need more money. Nope, your deal's up. We'll send it. We'll put it on wherever. We'll put it on Fox Sports News or whatever, these fucking other Fox channels. So, oh, really? Well, you know what? TBS wants in the NFL business, so, well, we'll give him some game. TNT wants to get back in. We need more money. We need more money, and then he makes him a fortune. The NFL owners know this. They just want money, money, money. They don't give a fuck about anything else. Give me more money. So just picture, like, I work on that show, That Metal Show. It's me, Don Jamieson, and Eddie Trunk. We're the three hosts. Picture me getting in trouble. I'm under investigation, so I hire. I'm Roger Goodell. I'm in trouble. I'm getting investigated, so I hire Eddie Trunk and Don Jamieson to investigate me if I did anything wrong. Now, Don and Eddie got to look. All right, look, if we lose Jim on the show, maybe VH1 doesn't want to do That Metal Show anymore because they want the three original hosts. Maybe they just go, you know what, it's not worth it to bring another guy in. So basically, I'm putting money in their pockets by being part of this team that will keep going forward and keep doing new seasons. And every time we do a new season, we make more money. So do you think Don and Eddie, at the end of the investigation, to go, Jim was wrong, he did whatever he did, and he needs to resign. So now I have to resign or I get fired. Don and Eddie decide that I'm fired, and now VH1's like, you know what? Let's just rid ourselves with the show. We don't need it anymore. With all that fucking drama and all that shit, that attention that we didn't want, because Jim did something and everybody's talking about it. We don't need that aggravation. We'll just get another show similar to that, or we'll just save the money and put it somewhere else. Do you really think Don and Eddie would take that chance? Two good friends of mine will go, you know what, you were wrong. He was a scumbag. He did whatever, and he should be fired. So what are the chances of his two best buddies throwing their friend out that makes him a lot of money and doesn't know who's coming next? Zero. Zero chance. The only way he would get out is if National Organization Women can make a little more noise and go after the sponsors. The sponsors know that the NFL are scumbags. They'll never be back in. They're not going to do anything. It's just business as usual. Nothing is going to happen. Absolutely nothing. All this guy had to do, Goodell, is give this guy 6 to 8 games, like I said, Ray Rice, and this wouldn't be an issue. Everyone would still be horrified of the tape that came out. And he'd be like, hey, man, that's, he's missing half a season, and I won't tolerate this. That's all he had to do. He gave him 2 games. That's why he's in this situation in a nutshell. I have friends of mine going, why is everyone picking on Roger Goodell? What about Ray Rice? He's the one who beat him. It doesn't matter. You made the wrong decision. You're finding people. The guy was Josh Gordon on the Browns is suspended a year because he smokes a lot of pot. He's out of the game for a year because he smokes pot. Wes Welker takes fucking ecstasy at the Kentucky Derby. He's out 4 games. But Ray Rice punches his fucking fiance and he only gets 2. That's why everybody has a problem with Roger Goodell. We know Ray Rice did it. We know Ray Rice shouldn't be playing football right now. But when you give the guy 2 games, when you know what was on that, even if you didn't, why wouldn't you see the tape? Why wouldn't you have all the evidence in front of you before you make this announcement and before you give him his suspension? When he was on that CBS show talking to that reporter, what a liar. We did. How did TMZ get the tape and you did? Well, we go through law enforcement. We don't know how websites get their tape, and law enforcement wouldn't give it. We tried a bunch of times. Okay, Peter King, one of the most respected NFL writers in the business, reported like a week after this happened. The NFL offices saw the tape and are horrified at what went on in that elevator. A source in the NFL offices said, this source has been with Peter King, he said, for 16 years, Peter King said. He's been using him as a close source. The guy's always right, and he gives them inside info what's going on in the NFL offices. A week after this shit happened, went down, his source that he's been using for 16 years, that's always right, told him people in the NFL offices saw what happened inside that elevator and are horrified. Okay? And now, all of a sudden, when it comes out, Peter King backtracks and goes, well, my source is wishy-washy on it. Look, the NFL gives Peter King carte blanche to go to Super Bowls, go to training camps, do stories on everybody. It's his livelihood. I get it. He's like, shit, what do I do, man? Because the NFL's been so good to me for 30 years. I almost got complete access to anything I want to do. If I try to fucking get him in trouble, then I'm out. Who knows what they're going to do to me? Like the mob mentality. Are they going to whack me and I'm fucked and I can't get any interviews with any coaches or anything like that? So he had to come out and go, I talked to my source for 16 years that's been solid, and now he's wishy-washy about what he said. Bullshit. Even if he was, let's just say he was, well, Pete, he knows. He's afraid that Goodell's going to find out he's the one that leaked that to Peter King, and then he's out. He'll get fired. Ray Rice's attorney had that tape of what happened in an elevator a week after this happened. He was all over the news saying, well, look, let's not judge it. Yeah, it looks bad when he's dragging around the elevator, but you don't know what went on in the elevator. And it's very confusing, and it's misleading, when you see this tape of him dragging her out, what actually happened in there. He's basically saying, downplaying it. So he had the tape in his possession. You're telling me that the commissioner couldn't have went to Ray Rice's lawyer, who knew he had the tape, because he's saying, well, I couldn't get access to the tape. When he had that meeting with Ray Rice to suspend him, a week before, goes, look, I know your lawyer has that tape, what happened in the elevator. I need to see it before we meet so I can sentence you. And even if Ray Rice's attorney said, no, we're not giving it to you, so then Goodell goes, okay, well, they wouldn't give me the tape. I don't know exactly what happened there, so I'm suspending him for the whole year. That's what he would have done. All right, dude, you don't want to give me the tape? You're out for a whole year. You give me the tape, I'll be, I'll meet you halfway. I'll be lenient with you. I won't give you a whole year, but I need to see that tape. Yeah, right, you couldn't do that. The fucking guy does that all the time to anybody. But he didn't know that tape came to the NFL office. I didn't know. I wasn't aware of it. Okay, right. Just like you said with the bounty, with the New Orleans bounty hunter, to all the coaches, ignorance is no excuse. When a lot of the coaches said, I didn't know this was going on. I had no idea this was going on. Ignorance is no excuse. Okay, so there you go. The tape came to the NFL office. It's confirmed through the New Jersey State Police. They sent it on April 9th. They even have the date because they have the voicemail of the woman going, I saw the tape. It's horrible. I think it was April 9th, April something, and they found out that Roger Goodell was at the fucking Masters down in Augusta. And he wasn't there that day. But all right, so if you already know the date, and there's a woman's voice on there from the NFL office saying I can't believe it. So you can't track down who that was. There's 475 people that work for the NFL offices. How many are women? 100 that work there? Okay, so now you narrowed it down to 100 who fucking left that voicemail. You can't look at phone records, find out who worked that day? Get the fuck out of here. It's all a big cover-up. They know exactly what went down. Okay, so the secretary that gets the packages in the mail, the FedEx, she opened it and put it in her fucking computer at her fucking desk when the elevator's open, right, where she sits, and she watched it and called the police. This is terrible. And then just took the video home and didn't show anybody, didn't let the NFL know that it came. So she basically stole the mail. Is that what you're telling us? We don't know who did it? Okay, so you didn't get that package, but you get every other package. When Pepsi sends you a check for $2 million for the commercials you showed at Super Bowl, did that check ever get lost? Did the fucking secretary just take that home or lose it? I don't know. For some reason you get those checks, but you didn't get that fucking tape. Okay. No, we believe you. Look, the guy's just, like I said, the guy's just, everything he's done has been shady. Starting with, the Patriots, when they had all those videotapes that I'm supposedly cheating, what does he do? In like 4 days, he makes a decision that they're fined like $500,000, lose a draft pick and whatever. And he orders all the videotapes erased. Doesn't make it public. He knows. So why wouldn't you call the Patriots out? If the Patriots really cheated and it looks like they won a Super Bowl because of it, you wouldn't make that news public because it makes the NFL look bad. So just destroy the evidence. That's it. Just fucking destroy. Move on. Nothing here. Nope. Sorry. We penalized them. We're good. We took a draft pick away. We fined Bill Belichick $500,000. He makes $8 million a year, and we took $500,000. So, all right, nothing else. We're good. The Carolina Panthers owner crying like the night before the game, or a couple days before, that Greg Hardy, he actually didn't play. They deactivated him, on Sunday, so he didn't play the game. The guy was up on domestic abuse charges, and the owner's crying, but get the fuck out of here. The guy did this shit in June or July. You let him play opening week. He's a major star. He makes $13 million a year for you. He's your best defensive player. So, of course, he's going to be on the field. And then you're going to cry about domestic abuse. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, we really believe that. If you had any balls, you would have just sat him the first game. Like, you know what? You're not playing, dude. Sorry, I'm the owner. I don't give a shit. We make enough money. I know you're a star, but you're fucking sitting until we find out what really happened. He already was guilty to a judge, and now he's appealing the case. He's going to have a jury trial. He already been found guilty, and now he's appealing it. And you don't have enough evidence there to sit the guy, but you let him play week 1, and week 2 you only sat him because there was so much pressure. You're crying. What a joke. What are you going to do? Ignorance is no excuse. That was his big thing. But, hey, I didn't know if it came there. We couldn't get access to the tape. There's that whole, what is it called? That Freedom of Information Act. That once a case is over, which it was, on March 31st, the case was over. They gave him a suspended sentence, whatever. He had to go to meetings or whatever the crap Ray Rice got, right? So once the case is over, Freedom of Information Act, you can get access to that tape. The NFL knows that. They got all FBI guys, cops working for them, law enforcement. They're all working for the NFL, investigating everything. But they didn't know that they can go get that tape if they wanted once the case is over. Nobody knew that. They've been in law enforcement for 25 years. They retired. Now they got a gig in the NFL. Former FBI guys. Roger Goodell's a lawyer, former lawyer. He didn't know. He didn't know. Oh, shit, the case. So I can actually go look at the evidence now because now the case is over. Freedom of Information Act. Case was over March 31st. You sentenced Ray Rice in June. You had 2 months to get that tape. Oh, you didn't know? You can get it? We try with law enforcement. They say, yeah, maybe you made a call right when it happened. They go, we can't give you the tape right now. But the fucking Ray Rice's attorney had it. Couldn't muscle that tape from him. Right. You were just like you muscled every fucking cable company to charge $3 a person for your shitty channel. The Buffalo Bills haven't made the playoffs, I think, since 92 or 94. By the way, everybody corrected me a few weeks ago about the Bills when I said, Bon Jovi's too good looking. That's why they don't want him. I did leave out that Bon Jovi was linked to the Toronto people, and he was probably going to move the team out of Buffalo to Toronto, and that's why everybody turned on him, too. I forgot to leave that out. I ddid know that, but I didn't put that in the podcast. Yes, I did. I got a lot of feedback. Dude, it was a real reason is, I know, but you still don't want Bon Jovi as an owner. You didn't want him. And now you got the Sabres owner. He's going to keep the team there. Good for Buffalo. But yes, I did leave that out, but I did know that. But it was definitely funnier to just say he's fucking too good looking for Buffalo. They haven't made the playoffs since 92 or 94, whatever the fuck it is. And their team just sold for $1.4 billion. That's how powerful the NFL is. If the Bills are selling for $1.4 billion, what do you think the Cowboys are going to sell for? The 49ers, even Miami, the Jets, the Giants. It's big business. They're not letting that guy go anywhere. They're just... the NFL is just, they're trying to appeal to everyone. I've talked about this before, and that's why they're in this problem. If this happened to a hockey player, punch his chick out, it would have been on TMZ. It would have been talked about for an hour, and everybody would have moved on. But now you want to make everybody watch the game. They say a lot. I saw a stat that said 45% of women watch the NFL. That's bullshit. That ain't even close. Maybe 20. 25 if you're lucky. There's not 45% of women watching the game. But, right, I don't know. I haven't heard, women they'll be in like an office football pool and they'll be part of it, or whatever. I don't see any women going, I'm not in the football pool, I'm not supporting this. They're still in it every week. Nobody's done anything. Nothing has changed. Every stadium was packed this past Sunday. Nobody's burning their tickets. But that's the problem. That's why the NFL should just come out and just say, look, hey, we can't appease everybody. So if you don't like the way we fucking do our business, just don't watch. Just do that. Nobody's going to be offended by that either. Everybody's watching no matter what. They're all hooked in with their fucking goofy fantasy football, their office pools, the gambling, and just rooting for their teams, all of that shit. No one's going anywhere. So just come out and have some balls and just go, look, we're not, sorry, man. We don't work in a fucking human resource environment like you do at a big corporate company, all right? There's a bunch of fucking animals on the field playing, and they're going to act like animals, and that's just the way it is. That's why you guys like the game, because they're fucking killers, and they just want to kill everybody and fucking, hit everybody as hard as possible. You can't make these guys act normal. They're fucking unique individuals. They're fucking crazy. But the NFL just still, oh no, we want everybody to watch. We're making the game global. There was a report out, and this is confirmed, that the NFL called around to every team and said, please, someone pick up Michael Sam, the gay player, because the league looks bad. That it seems like he's getting blackballed because he's gay. I mean, are you kidding me? So, of course, the Cowboys picked him up because the Cowboys know they're going to have a shit season. They got no defense. By week 8, nobody's going to be talking about the Cowboys. Jerry Jones knows this. So, first of all, as soon as they signed Michael Sam, they wanted to start selling he was going to be on the practice squad. You don't sell practice squad jerseys. You just don't do that until they make the team. He doesn't have a jersey, basically. So right away, they wanted to make up Michael Sam practice squad jerseys, give him a number so they could sell Cowboy Michael Sam jerseys. And then all of a sudden, he got backlash. He goes, I wasn't going to do that. Bullshit. You just wanted to put a feeler out there, just like the NFL does, where we're going to want 18 games. The fans want more games. Yeah, bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. They put that feeler out there. The NFL does it all the time, and they get a little backlash and go, no. Like Jerry Jones, no, we're not going to make a uniform up for a practice squad player. So with the NFL merchandise, all 32 teams, whoever you sell an Andrew Luck jersey, Kaepernick, or whatever it is, it all goes in a pool and it gets split between the 32 teams. So all the NFL merchandise is just, everybody gets their cut. No matter if the Bills only sell 2 jerseys and the 49ers sell 400, they still get the same cut as the 49ers. But the Dallas Cowboys worked out a separate deal. Jerry Jones, scumbag, said, fuck that, I'm doing my own deal. So now any Cowboy merchandise, he gets 100%. He doesn't get the rest of the league. He's like, fine, I don't need your shit. I'll just get all the Cowboy merchandise. We're America's team. So that's the reason Jerry Jones picked up Michael Sam. He's like, okay, by week 8, nobody's talking about us. We're 3-5. The Eagles are 7-1, whatever. We're at it. We're not going to the playoffs. Maybe Romo gets hurt again. There's no buzz about our team. Okay, hey, you know what? We're going to activate Michael Sam to the active roster, and we have a Monday night game against the Giants on ESPN, and he's going to play. So the whole world will fucking tune in, and Michael Sam will wear number 53, and next day we're going to sell fucking 100,000 jerseys. So everybody, for the people that support Michael Sam and what he did and how courageous he was to join the league and as the first openly gay player. We're going to sell 100,000 next day. Everybody's going to be talking about the Cowboys, how great they were, and they approve an alternative lifestyle, and they have no problem with that. And Jerry Jones will be all over the news, and he'll be doing Good Morning America. Hey, he's a good player, and he's a great guy, and he's courageous, and that's why he knows how to play football, so that's why he's on our team. In a nutshell. See, the NFL, like I said, trying to appeal to everyone. Meanwhile, you put a guy... Why would you do that to yourself? You're just asking for trouble. You're in a locker room with guys that beat their wives, okay, beat their 4-year-old kids, Adrian Peterson, send them home with fucking open wounds, okay, bullies, guys just making fun of each other. You're going to put an openly gay player in a locker room and expect nobody's going to do anything about it. Nobody's going to make fun of him. Nobody's going to crack a joke. Nobody's going to do any of that. And Michael Sam's not going to say it in some interview, like I said before, where someone cracked a joke and said something about his gay lifestyle, and then the shit's going to hit the fan once again. You expect all these fucking Neanderthals in the locker room to behave when they do all this other shit. Okay, good luck. Yeah, that's a fucking good move. That's like a guy bringing his fucking, he's out with his wife and he brings like 2 of his ex-girlfriends out for a night of drinking. And she hates him, and she knows he had relationships with him, and he expects them all to get along, and everything's going to be fine at the end of the night. His wife's going to go, they're really nice. We got to hang out with them more. Yeah, okay, yeah. That would happen. That's what you're doing. What a joke. So, nothing's going to happen. They survived the scandal once again. Goodell survived it. It's all about the money. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody has any juice. Every sponsor, every advertiser's got no balls. Nobody's doing anything. The independent investigation is going to throw 2 people under the bus in the NFL offices. Just imagine someone in the NFL offices that knows that Goodell actually watched that tape. You really think he's going to tell on him? He's not on the oath. He's not going to be threatened to go to jail if he doesn't tell the truth. None of that. You really think? Let's just say he tells on him and says, I have cell phone video of Roger Goodell watching that tape. I fucking shot it over his shoulder as he's shaking his head watching it on his computer. Let's just say he has that. How quick is that guy fucking fired from, say, so then all of a sudden this shit comes out. Goodell has to step down because he lied. All the fucking owners are pissed because now they don't know if their fucking money train is still going to come in, because whoever they, vote in next, they got to make sure he's going to be a scumbag like Goodell and hold everybody up for more money, milk every fucking dime out of everybody. Most likely going to take money out of their pockets. You think they're going to keep that rat in the NFL offices? That guy knows that he's done if he says anything about Goodell, that he might have saw that tape. He's done. So the bottom line, Roger Goodell stays. Nobody does anything. No advertisers pull out. National Organization of Women go back into hiding. More guys will beat their wives, their girlfriends, their baby mamas. They'll get suspended. Zero tolerance, all this bullshit. We're trying to clean it up. Bullshit. And the NFL will survive once again. Ignorance is no excuse. That was your big one, Roger. All right. I will be in Fort Worth, Texas, Hyenas Comedy Club, September 25th through the 27th. October 3rd and 4th, Joke Factory, Rochester, New York. October 10 and 11, New Hope Cinema, New Hope, Minnesota. And October 16 to 18, Funny Stop, Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. If you want to support the podcast, go to Amazon.com. When you shop, just click on the Amazon button and you shop from there. It helps. Go to my website, JimFlorentine.com. Click on the Amazon button there and shop from there. It helps fund the podcast. And if you need audio, earbuds, tweakedaudio.com. Go to tweakedaudio.com, put in the promo code midgets. You get 33% off your order, free shipping and handling, and a limited lifetime warranty. Tweakedaudio.com. All right. We will move on. This is done. Next week will be another one. I don't know what it's going to be. I have no idea. But thanks for listening.